Welcome one and all to another gun workshop, but this time it's from my favorite shotgun by far, the VLK Rogue. Now this shouldn't come as a surprise to any of you, but this 12 gauge shotgun comes from the land of the free and the home of the brave, and has a surprisingly fast fire rate for a pump action, with it sitting right around 150 rounds per minute. That may seem very slow, but considering the only other true pump action in the game is the Model 680, which, if you remember from my gun workshop on that, only has a fire rate of 80 rounds per minute. This means the VLK is just as strong as the Model 680 up close, but fires almost twice as fast. In terms of range, the Rogue isn't fantastic, as its base range is just barely over 5 meters, which is terrible compared to the 680. But when compared to the R90, Origin, or the Jak-12, this still has better range than all three of those weapons. Now let's talk about Dragon's Breath rounds real quick. They are obviously everyone's favorite ammo for shotguns in this game, but you'll notice I haven't used them on a number of my builds. That's mainly because Dragon's Breath reduces your effective range, and that's something shotguns don't really need. However, while this does still reduce our maximum hit potential, meaning the distance hits would stop registering, our one-shot kill is nearly tripled with this ammo conversion. Another area this particular shotgun differs from its relatives is that it's rather quick for a shotgun in terms of movement speed, ADS speed, and ADS strafe speed. All this together makes for a very quick, very powerful shotgun with a detachable magazine for consistent reload times. Before I get into why this is my favorite shotgun, with the one and only build I have today, I'd just like to thank all of you for watching. Nope, no comment bait this go around, I just want to wish you all the best, and I hope this video brings a little improvement to your day in some way. Now let's get on with this amazing, compact powerhouse. For my best and only VLK Rogue build, I present to thee the Firestarter. Sporting all the attachments to make the best overall shotgun around, we start off in the muzzle section with the choke to significantly tighten our pellet spread, as well as slightly increase our damage range. Next we use the 16-inch Warlord barrel to increase our damage range and further tighten our pellet spread, while only costing us a minute amount of ADS speed. Next, I pop on the 5mm laser for an amazing improvement to our hipfire spread, as well as drastically cutting our sprint out time. Stippled grip makes an appearance to mainly boost the 5mm laser further, and I lastly use the Dragon's Breath round for increased damage range, fire damage, and sheer cool factor. The Firestarter was the build I most enjoyed using the Rogue with. I had tried out the SAR barrel to see if the range could be extended even further, but the movement speed penalty that came with really didn't feel worth it. The Warlord is definitely the best barrel for this gun, as it makes you more accurate and increases range with basically no mobility penalty. It really feels like all positives on that attachment. The 5mm laser works wonders on this weapon, just like it does with every other shotgun. The stippled grip tape is really the most interchangeable attachment for the Firestarter. You could replace it with a perk if that's what you like, maybe sleight of hand or fully loaded. Or if you want to be even faster than it is, you can run it like I do in Warzone with no stock. Sights definitely are not needed on this weapon. The irons are pretty good on their own, so that way if you do feel like ADSing or need to for range, the sight picture is definitely clear enough on its own. The Dragon's Breath is really what puts this build above all others. Your one-shot kill range nearly triples in size, and that can make the difference in a ton of gunfights. Even though this weapon isn't suppressed, because I'm not a godless heathen, if you combine this build with Dead Silence, you'll be able to rock the enemy team as you quickly plow through them, or you can get a nice easy squad wipe if you find Dead Silence in Warzone. This weapon makes an excellent choice as a primary in standard multiplayer, an excellent secondary in Ground War, just like the Road Warrior, linked below, and an excellent secondary in Warzone. Shotguns aren't always super viable in Warzone, but if you're like me and you have a specific CQC class you like to run sometimes for kicks, then the VLK is a perfect room clearing option. So what do I think of this gun? Well, if you heard any of this video thus far, you'll know that this is my favorite shotgun. It seems like a fairly odd choice given that my favorite rifle and my favorite SMG are both hard-hitting slow weapons, the Scar and Uzi respectively. However, I almost feel that the Model 680 is too slow for me to like. It has excellent range and damage, but when you're up close and personal with the enemy, you need something a little quicker in case you whiff a shot. The VLK Rogue is an excellent balance between speed, power, and versatility. Its fire rate is high enough where a missed shot isn't going to be the end of you, yet it's not the absolute cancerous spam of the Origin 12 or the Jak-12. Its Dragon's Breath is an excellent attachment, and for whatever reason, it seems to perform differently than Dragon's Breath on other shotguns. Another thing to note is that the Dragon's Breath rounds on many other shotguns tend to obscure the screen with the flames, making it hard to see your target if you're just spamming out shots. For whatever reason, when used with the VLK Rogue, there isn't as much visual clutter, and it's much easier to keep track of your target. If you're going for a fairly modular, fast, and powerful shotgun for multiplayer, this is the way to go. If you want a really good backup for close quarters fighting in Ground War or Warzone, I challenge you to find a better, respectable choice. Overall, this is a great gun. I highly recommend it, and it easily makes its way to my top shotgun spot. What do you guys think of the VLK Rogue? Have you unlocked it yet? And if so, what are your thoughts? Is it as good as I claim it is, or am I just full of it? Let me know in the comments down below. This has been your host, DoodleMan149. I wish you all a great week, a great life, and I hope you all stay healthy. I look forward to seeing you next time, and I will see you later.